In this video, you're going to learn about another Shopify app that absolutely skyrockets your conversion rate. And if you're not using this app, you are throwing money out the window as soon as you start buying traffic. Hey guys, it's James Holt back with another video. We're continuing the series where I built a store from scratch, and today I'm going to talk about Horify Countdown Timer, the app. So I'll show you right here live already on the product that we've set up. You can see this part here is what Horify does. On the one hand, you've got the countdown timer, and you've also got the amount in stock that decreases. This is great for adding urgency and scarcity to your sales message, and those are very powerful sales triggers that will increase your conversion rates. Absolutely, hands down. Trust me on that one. Feel free to test it if you want, but I add this to all my stores in one form or another. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm actually using Horify for the first time on this store. I used other countdown timers on my other stores, but from what I've seen so far, actually Horify is very good, and it combines the functionality of multiple apps I use on other stores, so I might be switching my stores to Horify in the near future. Anyway, now we're going to go show you how I set this up. Once you've installed the app from the App Store, which you'll do right here, just search for Horify, install it. You've got a few days free trial, and then it's $7 or $9 a month, I believe. You'll easily make that back if you're buying traffic. Once you've got it installed, you'll want to go to your product page, more actions, and manage countdown timer. Open this in a new page. We don't want to do a one-run timer. We want this to always run. And then we're going to set the time. So I've already done this. I've already set this up. And the default is something like 12 hours, which is too long. You want a shorter time. I recommend under 3 hours and not a round number. So don't have it at 3 hours and 0 minutes and 0 seconds. So have some random number below that. You've got a few options here. I've gone for the left in stock scarcity number that decreases. That's this number here. This starts at some random number and then decreases. As we've talked about before, in the product description, we mention a specific number of products that we've got to give away. Here I used 14 to fit in with the Valentine's Day, 14th of February date, sort of that theme that we're using for the whole product description has to be sort of congruent, which is why I used 14. So for that reason, when we're in Horify, we're going to set the max scarcity number to 14 so that it's never more. You don't want to say we're giving away 14, but then the countdown amount is 25 or whatever. So I've set this to maximum of 14 and minimum of 2, and it drops every 12 seconds. So now it's actually down on the minimum. Before it was counting down. And this is really powerful, and one feature that my other scarcity apps don't have that I really like about Horify. Because imagine a customer lands on your page, they say, okay, there's still 12 left, I've got time. But then it goes down to 11, you think, okay, there's people buying this. And that's actually a strong sales message, because nobody wants to be the only person buying something. If other people are buying it, it sort of gives that social proof and shows that this product is worthy of being bought. Other people are buying it, so obviously it's not a bad decision to buy this as well. Or at least that's the subconscious thinking that goes on in customers' minds. I enabled cookies to scarcity value so that if someone visits the same page again, it will remember that and start counting down from the same number. Those are the only settings I changed on this page. I didn't make any other changes. But if we go into the Horify settings, I did make an adjustment or two. You can change the color of it. I left it as white because my website's going to be white at the end. I actually didn't make any changes here. You just want to go through these settings. I selected this one. I wanted the offer ends in instead of sale ends in, just because I find the word choice better. We've got a few options here. You have to think about congruency. That's the key point. Your sales message has to be congruent. So later on when you have your ad, regardless of whether you advertise on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, the ad has to be congruent with the product page, and the product description has to be congruent with the apps you use. It all has to make sense, because if there's anything that doesn't fit and doesn't match with the rest of your sales message, that will throw your customers off and probably decrease conversion rates and means that you will make less money. Yes, so we changed this, and here you've got the detailed instructions on how to activate the timer, which I did to get it running. Like I say, I've never used Horify before, but I could set this up in like 5 minutes, so it really is not complicated. You'll be able to do this quite easily yourself. And another feature that I've found really cool about this app that I can't do on my other stores because I'm using different scarcity app is the fact that you can activate it on individual products only. And that's really good because you only want to be actively sending traffic to 1, 2, maybe 3 products in your store. So at the moment we only have one product and we're not advertising yet, obviously. But when we start advertising, we want to have one product on sale, for example, and we're sending traffic to that product. Now, if customers look at other products on the store, they'll be at the full price, which makes it seem like a better deal. Common mistake that beginners make is that they make all of the products, set them to a huge discount, compare at prices considerably higher, and then there's nothing special about the product you're advertising because everything's on sale, makes it less believable, and just these are little details that will probably decrease your trustworthiness and therefore also your conversion rates. Just a few things to keep in mind. It's always the same concepts: congruency, scarcity, urgency. These themes just core topics in sales, and they will keep popping up again and again. Important to understand and implement on your own stores, and if you do, you should be successful. This is the theme or the design we've got at the moment for our store. Again, I haven't actually designed this yet. I like the color on Horify, but of course the add to cart button will have to match this as well as the price. So we're going to make a few changes to match Horify actually, because I like the red. Red's a color that strengthens scarcity and urgency. So Horify's colors are good. It's my store that needs to change. So I think that's about all we have to say about Horify today. Absolutely very powerful app. It's not the only app that does this feature, but it's, from what I've seen so far, a good one that has some advantages over the alternatives, and I can definitely recommend you install it on your own stores. So that's all for this video today. Please do like the video if you found this useful, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on future videos in this series where I build a Shopify store from scratch to making money, and I show you every step of the way. Thank you very much, and until next time.